Greetings, wonderful people, men and women of good conscience and lovers of freedom all over the globe. We welcome you back once again to our news digest this day, Monday, the 24th day of October 2022. And we must say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Here we are bringing you the after court updates, a comprehensive one indeed, as Barrister Ifeanyi Jimako had published. Before we're gonna start by giving you his assurance and briefing during the recession of the course. Then we are going to give you the full updates as he published.
Good morning, Muchineke. First of all, let me apologize for those that went to Supreme Court instead of coming to Court of Appeal. We indicated that the matter will be coming up before the Court of Appeal, not Supreme Court, but some went to Supreme Court, so we are sorry about that. The matter, the hostility has resumed already. The federal government filed application for stay of execution. That was on Wednesday, and served on our lead counsel, Chief Dr. Michael Zeko, on Wednesday at 5:03 p.m. in the evening. And we promptly prepared our response, counter affidavit to that application, and filed it on Friday before the close of work on Friday, and served on them. And within the Court of Appeal practice direction, fast track rules, we are within time to file it. And we'll file that on within time, and they can only be entitled to response on law or further affidavit, which is all filed this morning. However, when the matter was called up, the appearances was announced. The federal government lawyer applied for an adjournment, which was stoutly opposed by our lead counsel, Chief Michael Zeko, insisting that this application is not valid, that it must go on, the hearing must go on today. Possibly see the possibility of disposing the case today. So, when the court, being aware of the fact that the application itself has a lot of need to be had expeditiously and ruled upon, adjourn the matter to 12 p.m. this afternoon to enable them respond on law. So since they want to respond to our application, because 5 additional authorities which will serve on them this morning too. We are firmly and tenaciously believing that we are coming out here today victorious.
Yeah, thank you. Following that, we are going to give you the comprehensive updates as Barrister Ifeanyi Jimako published. Updates on today's court proceedings at the Court of Appeal Abuja Judicial Division on Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Hearing on the motion for the stay of execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal delivered on the 13th day of October 2022 took place today. It was indeed an superlative outing as our defense team, eminently led by our indefatigable Chief Michael Zeko, practically removed the legal carpet from the feet of federal government today. Arguments preferred in stiff opposition to the application for stay of execution was well marshaled out point by point by the erudite Sikh. By the end of day's proceeding, both the other lawyers in the courts and those in solidarity that visited went home with a strong conviction that victory is again on our way. The federal government's application for stay of execution, which is not only grossly incompetent but also a grave affront to the sanctity of the orders of the Courts of Appeal, which decision of the same court they are now seeking equitable remedy to be stayed by the same court. Orders of the court must be obeyed, and its sanctity must be respected by the federal government of Nigeria. He who goes to equity must go with clean hands. Its rights are as rightly submitted by the learned erudite Sikh Chief Zeko that there is a rest to be stayed in the present case and others, and the court cannot be made to stay the constitutionally granted rights of a citizen. The only available option for the federal government in the circumstances of this case is to kindly obey the order made by the Court of Appeal and consequently allow Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu to go home as ordered by the Court of Appeal. I want to emphasize once again that the erudite judgment of the Court of Appeal on Onyendu's case has gripped the federal government like an irreversible rigor mortis. It has held them in a vice-like grip. There is no chance of extrication whatsoever. In conclusion, we are very certain of victory once again because Chukwokika Abiyama is always on the throne. Ruling on the argument canvassed today has been reversed to a date to be communicated to the parties. However, we have, in addition, filed an application for the enforcement of Onyendu's fundamental rights to liberty and freedom of movement, which are now being grossly violated by the federal government of Nigeria for refusing to obey the order of the courts of appeal, which discharged Onyendu since the 13th day of October 2022. As it stands today, there is no order of courts sanctioning Onyendu's detention since the 13th day of October 2022. He was freed. He is being illegally and unlawfully held in the custody of the State Security Services since the 13th day of October 2022. We have now gone for our routine visit to Onyendu and to also brief him on the outcome of today's proceeding. Be assured that it has already ended in praises, Omuchineke. We will update you on the outcome of today's visit to Onyendu upon conclusion of the visit in the next hour or thereabouts. Thank you all, Omuchineke. Remember blessed. Sign Saifanye Geoffrey Esquire KSC IPOB Slate Council 24th day of October 2022. That is the comprehensive update has been penned and outlined by Barrister Ifanye Geoffrey. Well, he equally assured us that after now they are going to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a matter of the routine visits ordered by courts, and after that we'll still bring you the updates of the outcome of the routine visit. Well, you've heard how everything went. The outcome of everything is that the Zoological Republic FG is trying their best to see, not only are they trying to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is impossible because there is no ground by which they can do that. Their pattern now, what they are trying to do is to continue holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as long as possible. That is why they continue playing this game. After court order, they will go back, they file another one, and they're still holding him. Of course, they should have released him before going to file back. So they continue playing this ping-pong game, trying to extend time. But I bet you, I assure you, after this particular sitting, after this particular hearing that the Supreme Court is going to give, well, we do not know how long it will last, but I assure you it's not going to last long. Depending how it's supposed to be, if they stick to the ruling, to the practices of justice, how it's supposed to be, it will not extend more than 5 days. It shouldn't extend more than 5 days. But let's see how it goes. Just believing that this particular crop of justices in the Supreme Court, in the appeal courts, will not do otherwise. We will continue bringing you the latest updates of how things are going. And following that, we just want to let you know that the Britain, the United Kingdom, has equally issued their own warning to their citizens. Those who might be in Nigeria, those who are planning to go to Nigeria, and those who are already in the zoo, and their athletes in Nigeria, they are telling them to heed to the instruction, to the warning that U.S. released on Sunday as regard to the pending attack that is being planned that will be executed in the zoo by maybe the T groups or the Fulanese that are working hand in hand with the FG. So Britain is equally alerting their citizens to stay indoors. If they must stay back in the zoo for the meantime, that they shouldn't go out. But the best thing for them is to leave zoo. Recall that we told you, Australia last week give this warning that their citizens shouldn't come close to any territory that has to do with the zoo. But let's see what's happened. That is to show you how things are. And we equally want to extend our greetings to those Igbo elites. In other words, this time around, when we refer to Igbo elites, it's not all these intellectuals. We are referring to these kings, these monarchs, the elders in council, those who went to Abuja today to show their solidarity with Mazen Namdekano. They went to appeal courts and they stood. In fact, they granted the interview at the end of the day. We thank you. We congratulate you for doing so. All of us, we are rallying round behind our son. And who is that? Mazen Namdekano, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. We believe through IPOB intervention that Biafra, our great nation, will be restored. We thank you for listening. We remain and maintain that we are Biafrans, and it is in Biafra land that all of us have our citizenship, and until Biafra is fully restored, we will not rest. May you remain safe and blessed wherever you may be.